I wanted to talk to you a little bit off topic of what the live stream is about, but about cheating specifically, like
Sure.
men, women. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away. What do you got?
So I've always found as a man, like whether I've had a girlfriend, long term, short term, or single, like there's always those impulses of I guess variety, as you call it.
Yeah.
And I guess after discovering your content, the last girl I dated for about a year and a half, this is the first time where I've exercised some of those and tried to do it in the most respectful way and not bring any problems home. And it's interesting because I found it almost inspired me when I want to be my best version of myself.
Mhm.
Like almost this like primal instinct of I'm accomplishing these things in the sense of the female desire, and I'm going to give my woman, my main girl, my best, and I'm going to give her even better, and I'm going to continue to try to develop myself even more to try to continue to gain these options type of deal.
Mhm.
And so uh, made a slight mistake a little while ago, and
What happened?
well, so main girl and I kind of on and off. I think we had like three different splits in about a 2 3 month period. And so every single time when we'd split, obviously I do relatively well for myself, and I get a bunch of ladies in the go. And as we would get things back together, um, I'd have some options. And
Mhm.
so there's this one gal that I was chatting with, and I always like to try to be straight up and upfront, just like, hey, like I have my main woman, I give her my best. This is casual. This needs to be 100% drama free. I don't want any problems. If not, cool. And I guess I got to put part of the fault on me because this one girl that I was chatting with,
Sorry, back up like
31.
5 seconds there. I think the wind just cut
Oh,
out the
sorry,
mic. Yeah.
sorry. So the one problem, and I got to own this, is this one gal that I've been talking to, 31, airline stewardess, tattoos, not crazy amount, but a couple, and thinking to myself, this isn't a service use, more like recreational use only, but kind of go along with as long as it's drama free, it's fine. And she kind of came at it from the angle of, I've done having my fun. I need a serious man, and I'm girlfriend material, I'm wife material, and I'll deal with nothing less. And I told her basically, I know I was laughing when I was reading the messages. It's like somebody else test drove the vehicle. Now I'm supposed to pick up the lease for the 2025 price for the 2015 vehicle. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But so
Is that what you
I
said to her?
told her, sorry.
Is that what you said to her, or was that your thought?
No, of course not. Those are all internal
Uh,
dialogue. Actually,
okay.
sometimes
Yeah.
when I have these thoughts, I think to myself, God, Rich would have a good laugh at this. But
Oh yeah. Hey man, like I'm thinking the same thing.
I just told her, I said, I appreciate the honesty. I'm happy to have two girlfriends if need be, kind of like just trolling a little bit. But I
Mhm.
guess if you're somebody who's never met me, you wouldn't understand that. You look at that over text, and what a prick.
Mhm.
So I ended up never hearing back. And then, a couple of days later, I'm getting a call from my main girlfriend, my,
Mhm.
my, my primary girlfriend. What the hell are you doing? You're in all these Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups. They're all talking about you, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
And I'd never met this woman. I just told her I'm willing to have two girlfriends. And I guess I rejected her. And she went scorched earth on me and put me in all these Facebook groups and whatnot. And then
Mhm.
ended up hunting down my main girl. And she basically, from the second she'd found out, was like, we're done. There's nothing to discuss here, which I guess you might give me a little bit of a pee slap on this one. So I turned 29 this week, and she was 30, and we've been talking about possibly moving in together, having kids in the near future.
Yeah.
And I always thought in the back of my head, I don't know if you remember, but I'm a 6'5" former professional athlete doing some entrepreneurial stuff, and through your content, trying to unplug and trying to be the best masculine man that I can be. And
Yeah.
thinking to myself, at the end of the day, the tables are definitely in my favor, being on the trajectory up and being, on her side, being 30, trying to settle down on the way down is not no so much in her favor. So maybe I thought I got the advantage. I can kind of get away with a lot more. Like you actually got me into Orion Taraban's book about the law, the values of others, and the
Mhm.
power dynamic of thou who needs thou less is the one who's going to be in more control. And I thought to myself, well, I guess I broke Rich's one rule of embarrassing her because I didn't select properly enough, and this chick ended up throwing me in all these Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups, and now,
Um,
well,
yeah, I mean, but that's something that's kind of out of your control, right? Because women throw hissy fits like that, and they'll rebel, and they'll try to find ways to make your life difficult or shame you. If they can't do it to you directly because you're non-responsive, then the next thing for them to do is, I guess, Facebook group, are we dating the same guy? And a bunch of harpies pile in, and whatever happens, man. But it's like, in a situation like that, like she can't be mad about it. If you're honest with her and, you're basically like, look, you're my girl, you got my commitment. We're doing family shit together. We're traveling together. I got you. We go out. Bill comes. I pay for it. Card works all the time. Don't worry about anything, right? And if some bimbo comes along and complains about something you said, or that, because I mean, what it is that she's butthurt that she sees you as a high value guy, but she couldn't get you, right? She's like, I know what my worth is. I'm 31 years old. I'm a successful fucking stewardess for whatever airline, so I deserve nothing but wife type of treatment. And it's like, yeah, but you and I both know that she wasn't treated like a wife for the last 10 years. Like, she was running around having fun, racking up notches, and you know what the red flags are. So you just said, look, I'm only here for fun. If you're down for fun, then let's do that. If not, then I totally understand. You walk, because you've got optionality. You've got a main girl that you care about. And if she's going to have a fucking meltdown over, I don't know, a Facebook post or something like this getting back to her, all you basically have to say is, look, I'm sorry that you didn't like any of that, or that you felt embarrassed, but I never did anything to hurt you or to try to embarrass you, and I was upfront with you about how this is going to work.
I guess part of the fault lies on me on that aspect, because she'd been pushing me, because I think we'd been dating for about 3 weeks. She's like, can I be your girlfriend? I was like, no, I want to see more sample size. I don't like that. And then fast forward maybe like 4 months ish, she's like, okay, I want to be your girlfriend. And I'm like, if you want to have the title of my girlfriend, you can have that, but I'm going to keep doing my thing.
Right.
She ended up agreeing to it. And then, she gives me at the 6-month point, she's like,
yeah, so she can't be mad, because I mean, if she's agreed to get your commitment but not your sexual exclusivity, those two things can be separated. You're gonna love my next book, by the way, because I got a lot of shit on these topics in there. It'll be out by like November latest. But commitment and a sexual exclusivity can be separated for men. Men can do it, and if you're a top shelf guy and you want to do it, do it. And if she fucking agrees to it and is like, fine, I don't like it, but fine. I mean, sometimes the very things that women don't like are actually good for her and the relationship. Most guys generally find that women behave and treat them better, knowing that they've got the full commitment, but they might be exercising somewhat, out there a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, because I found that kept her in line for a certain period of time, where I was getting her absolute, like, the best of the best I could possibly get from her. Part of it also does fall at me, where I did promise her sexual exclusivity, I guess, at the 6-month point. And I just thought, just tell her it, because there's no,
like never lie to a chick about stuff like that, because it'll always come back and bite you in the ass. So it's like, you're gonna have the talk. Usually when she's asking you for your commitment, I can commit to you, I can love you, you'll be my girl, but just know that you only get 99% of my sexual commitment. I might exercise it elsewhere from time to time. If it happens, it'll be safe, discreet, and I'll do my very best to not embarrass you, but that's just the way that it's going to be. Oh, well, you're not a real man. Why can't you just keep telling her over and over again? That's just the way that it's going to be. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here, where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.